What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Welcome to the show. We are back. As soon as I can cut this music down. There we go. I found it. That's my theme music, y'all. Every good hero needs some good theme music. But happy Monday to all of my disruptors, all of my kings and queens, all my future millionaires. Shout out to y'all for showing up. Shout out to y'all for showing up this afternoon, wherever you are in the country. Just want to say welcome to the show. This is the Pattern Disruption Podcast. This is a segment that I'm doing this month. It's called the DCA Challenge, which is the Dollar Cost Averaging Challenge. If you don't know what dollar cost averaging is where you invest the same amount of money into the market for a continuous amount of time. I put mine actually on auto, so I only invest a small amount, but it's automatic, so I don't have to even pay attention to it. It's just, that's what it does. But this month we're investing in Bitcoin. Bitcoin is, if you haven't heard of it, if you've been up under a rock for the last 16 years, Bitcoin was introduced to the marketplace back in 2009. They say it's Halloween 2009. And it was, back then you could get 1,093 Bitcoin for $1. For $1. Today, Bitcoin is at around 121,000 for one. So it has been, it's a really volatile asset. So you have to have some emotional intelligence to invest in it. But like my uncle said, if you invest and leave it for 10, 20 years, and you go and go on exchange and look at how much you have. I wouldn't leave it on exchange for 16 years, but that's a whole nother story. But if you go and look at it 10 years later, he said, have a doctor present because you're gonna need them, because you're gonna probably pass out when you see how much you've earned. But yes, so welcome to the show. Today I'm doing, I got 5 reasons why you should adopt a Bitcoin standard. And a Bitcoin standard is where you evaluate things based on Bitcoin. So when you go spend, let's say you go and you want to buy a necklace. That necklace is $1,000. It's a gold necklace. How much you think gold will go up in 10 years? I mean, you could look at the stats and see how much gold has went up in the last 10 years. But then go back and look at Bitcoin. So it's probably best to get the Bitcoin. That's a Bitcoin standard. That's one element of a Bitcoin standard. But you know, we got to enjoy some things. So we're not saying that you don't buy anything for yourself. But if you like me and you are up in years, I'll be 50 this year. And if you've wasted a lot of time and you haven't put a lot of money up, well, not even a lot of money, if you haven't invested to the degree where you should have and could have, then you need something that can accelerate you. You're going to either play the lottery, you're going to either gamble, go to the casino, you're going to get some skills that you can trade for money. My stomach growling. Or you're gonna get some skills that you can trade for money, or you're gonna do something stupid for money. You know, it's only a few different platforms or vehicles that you can use to get there fast. And with Bitcoin and this, it's not 16 years is fast. because you, like I said, back in 2020 and 2009, if you had put $1 in Bitcoin, you would have well over $1 billion today. So that's fast to go from step one all the way to billions. You know, it's only people that have done that are people that got a hold to the internet when it first came out. You know, you're a business owner, or you hit the lottery. And we only had a couple lottery winners that got $1 billion, I think, ever. But anyway, this is the DCA challenge. I'm gonna do these 5 terms, and then I'm gonna buy $25 worth of Bitcoin. I'm doing that every day this month. And I urge you, and this is not, I urge you to, but this is not financial advice. That's just my disclaimer. This is not financial advice. Please consult with a licensed financial advisor if you are looking for advice on any of this. This is just my opinion. This is my opinion. So, shout out to y'all, man. So we're gonna do these 5 terms real quick. Yeah, we're gonna do these 5 terms, and they are basically 5 reasons why you should adopt a Bitcoin standard. Let's get started. So yesterday I did one of the reasons. Number 1 was there's a limited supply. So that's one reason that you should adopt it, because anything that's limited has more value than anything that you can always get. You know, when they make a car and they do a limited number of them, they automatically are valuable most of the time, because, and they normally put the number of which car it is number 1 of 100, number 50 of 100, you know. But when they limit anything, the value goes up. And then there's a hedge against inflation. That was number 2. Bitcoin is a hedge against inflation. The dollar lost 80% of its value over the last 20 years. I'm gonna say 20 years. It lost 80% of its value. Bitcoin has gained, it has 1,000x since it started. When you start talking about crypto, you talk in you don't talk in addition, you talk more in multiplication. That's why they say things X'd. So it multiplied itself hundreds, thousands of percent since its inception back in 2009. And it's borderless transactions. So you can get on an airplane with your hardware wallet, and you can go to another country, hook your wallet up, and you got your money right there. You don't have to worry about it being seized, them asking you how much money you carrying, why are you carrying it, all that. You don't have to worry about that when it comes to crypto and Bitcoin. And then since it's censorship resistant, basically you don't have to worry about being censored, you know, when it comes to Bitcoin. Hang on one second, y'all. But like I say, no bank or government can block or freeze it. They have to physically get it from you. So if they can't find it, they can't seize it. You know, with bank accounts, all it takes is a judge to say, we put a lien on this. I think they did that to one of the someone from another country. I don't know. I can't remember who it was, so let me not talk about that. But they seize all of their funds. You know, if they think that you're into something illegal, they can seize it if you have it in your account. Bitcoin, they can't do that. They have to physically get it from you. And then it's a 24/7 market for it. On Christmas, you can buy and you can sell. At 3 a.m., you want to buy, you want to sell, you can do it. So that was number 5. So let's go into number 6, which is self-custody. So self-custody, you can store it yourself without relying on a third party. You know, you don't have to rely on nobody else to keep it for you. You can bury it. You know, you don't have to worry about it. All you got to do is dig it up and put it back on the internet and sell it to the exchange whenever you upload it. What's next? Portability. We talked about that, but it's portable. Billions of dollars can be carried on a USB drive and even memorized in your seed phrase. Your seed phrase is something that's going to be on a cold storage wallet. If you got a cold storage wallet, that's where you're going to store your Bitcoin. When you take it off the internet, you put it in cold storage. That's what they call that. Warm storage is when you have it in, when you load it back to the computer. So say you connect your cold wallet to the computer with your crypto on it. That's when it's warm, because now it's less protection, because now it's hooked to the internet. But when it's taken off the internet and it's hidden or whatever you're doing with it, that's cold storage. You can't mess with it. As long as you got that seed phrase, there's nothing that can be done with it. It's in cold storage. And then it's growing adoption. So it's being accepted by the government now. They just did the Genius Act, which was a few months ago. What's his name? Trump. He signed the Genius? Yeah, the Genius Act. And that act made it official. Now you have stable coins, which will be 1 for 1. So let's say you go to your bank and you say you want to convert your cash to coins. Now you got digital money you can use online, and it's backed by $1. Those are called stable coins, and so now it's official. And it's been adopted in a few different ways. When you go to some of your corner store, you might see a Bitcoin ATM. You know, what's other ways that it's been adopted? It's been adopted by a lot of the artists. They've taken their money in Bitcoin. They're instead of getting paid their royalties, some of the people have chosen to do, some of the artists, they've chosen to take Bitcoin for it. I think, if I'm not mistaken, what is the guy? One of the artists did it, and I can't remember who did that. So let me not talk about that. I can't remember. But that's the growing adoption. So a lot of people are adopting it now. So that's one of the things that I'm doing. I'm trying to get you guys to at least consider adopting it, because it seems like it's late. Now this is 120,000, but it's not late. It's still the beginning. Only 3% of the population has Bitcoin or even think about it. So, and it's only 1 million Bitcoin left. So once those million are gone, you're going to have to either work for it, or you're going to have to, because you won't be able to buy it off the exchange. You won't be able to go to, what's one of the exchanges that we use? I use Robinhood sometimes. You won't be able to go on Robinhood and buy it. You'll either have to get it from a peer-to-peer, you'll have to work for it, or you'll have to, I don't know any other way you're going to get it. You can get it from, because most of the people that are buying Bitcoin aren't selling it. Sometimes, people sell it. Well, we just had somebody sell 80,000 Bitcoin for like $9 billion. They sold them. So those went back to the market. But unless people do that, there won't be any way to get it, because it'll all be gone. And once it's gone, not gone, but it'll be taken off the exchanges, like I said. Then it's high liquidity. It's easy to convert it into cash or other assets quick. You know how if you want to sell your house, you got to go through, let's say your house worth $1 million. How long does that process take for you to sell that house? Unless you sell it to somebody who got $1 million in a safe. That's going to take 45 days at least to get your $1 million out that house. Now with Bitcoin, you got $1 million in Bitcoin, you can get it right now. And you can convert it over to cash, which I wouldn't do, but you know. And then last but not least, it's got long-term upside potential. So if you look at the performance that it's had over the last 16 years since its inception, it's been historical. And it's been crazy. It's made, I talked about it a little bit yesterday. Some of the people, when you ride through the best neighborhoods in your community and you see that house, that dream house, some of those are Bitcoin millionaires. All they did was they invested when it was early, you know, and in the beginning it was mostly nerds and people that were tech people but now it's different. It's different. It's people like me who I'm not really so much into tech stuff, but once I did my research on this Bitcoin thing, I already knew. I knew. I said, okay, I'm late. I talked about that as well. It's an ego test because eventually you're going to have to say that you were wrong about it. Because I think a lot of us heard about it, but we didn't take action because we thought it was either a scam. And a lot of people did get scammed. A lot of people did get scammed out of their Bitcoin. They said when it was first introduced, the odds of it getting taken were really high. But that's still no reason for you not to get it, you know. But I'm gonna buy me some Bitcoin. I'm buying $25 worth. Like I said, I come in here every day just to kind of remind you, if you're on the fence, do it. Put $1 in, put $5 in. But invest. Invest. You know, this is me serving. I'm basically serving when I come in here every day. And I'm getting a lot of other stuff out of it too. I'm not getting a lot of engagement. So if you in the house, if you online, say hey, say hello, and I shout you out. My battery almost died. But yeah, I'm gonna buy some Bitcoin. I'm buying regardless to what you do. I hope you investing in something that your future self will thank you for. Yeah, I'm gonna buy 25. We 11 days in. Happy birthday to my niece. It's my niece's Jaja. It's her birthday. Happy birthday to Pooter. She turned 7 today. Happy heavenly birthday to my grandfather, Nathaniel. He passed in 96, but he was a great man. He was a great man. He worked at Ford for 30-something years. He was not late, not one time. Just a stand-up guy, man. Just a stand-up guy. I talked about it a little bit in my post. He never told me no. I don't know if that's bad or good. I guess it's good. But he never told me no to anything. You know, I was talking about how my grandmother told me I wanted a car, and she said, boy, wait till I get back. I'm just going down here for a few days. She was going out of town for something. And we dropped her off at the bus station. And as soon as we left, he went back to the house. He got the money. He had the money stashed. And I think he took, it was a couple $1,000s, and he bought me that. I had a blue Monte Carlo that was kind of famous in the hood because it was an old. It was a you know, it was a late model, 79 Monte Carlo, and he bought the car, and it had a bad engine in it, and it had a V6 in it. I had no idea what I was doing when I got that car, but I liked the body style, and I wanted it. So he went and he got it for me. So shout out to Granddad. Engine went out 2 days later. Grandma had to help me get an engine put in it. I was working too. I wasn't just no trust fund baby, but I was working, saved up some of my money. Yep. Shout out to my granddad. Happy birthday to you. Happy heavenly birthday. And anybody else is celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to you. And it's Monday, man. So go out and be great. Make sure that you invest. Make sure that you support your people. It don't take nothing for you to hit like, to share, to subscribe. It takes absolutely nothing. Sometimes I wonder the mindset of people who don't support their own people. You ain't got to support me, but at least support your own people. Come on now. You know, I don't understand that. But anyway, shout out to you. Shout out to you and your family. Y'all be blessed. I'm buying Bitcoin today. This is the DCA challenge. This is the Pattern Disruption Podcast. And we are getting better by the day. It's a bright future for us. It's a bright future for you. Make sure that you are convicted by something, living in your purpose, and being the best version of yourself. You ain't got to try to be better than nobody, but be the best version of you. I'm signing out. Y'all keep living, keep loving, keep supporting, and keep disrupting. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.